Welcome to the vCard Global Workshop. This is Cherie Collins, and today we're going to build a vCard. If you're new to vCard today, you're going to learn how to create a vCard in just a few minutes, how to take a very basic vCard and turn it into something that you can start to market your business. Tonight we're going to build a card for a woman who's in the financial services industry. We're going to set up her card so that she can easily start to not only promote her business, but she also has a newsletter that she puts out, and she's got some really important information. She charges for that. So we're going to set up a product for her as well. And we're going to set up a product. We're going to add a contact form. I'm going to show you how to add video. And so let's get started here. At the end of the call, I will also open it up for any questions that you might have, and I'm happy to answer those the best that I can. Let's get going. So we're going to build a card today for Megan. And when you first start with vCard, this is what your card looks like. It's a basic looking card and just a little bit of information, but not much. And within a few minutes, you can turn this into a great looking card. So the first thing that you're going to do is you need to log into the account. So click on this owner link here at the bottom of the card. You see that? This is just a shortcut. It's always on your card. It's at the bottom of the card. It will help you get into your vCard. So I'm going to click on owner link. And then I'm going to log in here. Now this is the vCard back office. And in the vCard back office, as you can see here, you can update your packages. So if you're new to vCard, you can easily upgrade here with the vCard Advisor package, the vCard Pro, and the vCard One. And these are all yearly packages. So with the Advisor, you'll get 2 vCards, and you'll also get another marketing card. So that's 3 cards altogether. You also participate in the shared revenue plan. And if you need 2 cards, you can get 2 cards for you, for a spouse. If you have 2 businesses that you want to create cards for, you can do that. That's $99 a year, and 1 card is $59 a year. So I wanted you to be aware that this is where you do that in your back office. And then now to actually get in and build our card, it's on the right-hand side here. It says vCard Editor, edit your vCard. Let's click on that. And the first thing that you're going to see here is, oh, this was not the card I was expecting. Sorry about that, everyone. I logged into the wrong demo account. Let me try that again. One more time. Sorry about that. Let's get out of here. All right. And I'm just going to go directly into it here. I'm going to pause my screen here. I went into the wrong card. Silly me. And I'm going to just log in through my corporate admin here and get us into that card. Okay, just one second. And I will resume share. Okay, great. So we have just logged into our back office here. And typically when you would log in for the first time, it will take you into a wizard that will walk you through the steps. But because of the way I went, it wouldn't allow me to do that. So I'm going to click on the card that I want to edit. And we do have a link to the setup wizard here. It's on the page editor. We just moved that. But if you're new to vCard, you will automatically be brought into the setup wizard. So I'm going to click on the setup wizard. And this is a step-by-step process that will help you build out your vCard. Okay? In the first step, we're going to add all of our contact info. In the second step, we're going to add our social media. In the third step, we're going to upload a photo and logo. And in the fourth step, we're going to choose our design. And at the end of that, we're going to have a great vCard that we can use to start marketing our business. So I'm going to click the Get Started button here. And I've already got some information here. Megan's first name and last name is here. And I'm going to add in here her email address. And I'm going to put in her business name. All of this information you can easily change at any time. Let's put in her address here, and I've got that ready for me. Now, the one thing to know about the address is if you work from home, you may not want to actually put your physical address, and that's okay. You can leave that blank. But do make sure you put at least your city and your state here so people know what part of the country you're in. And, and what country you're in, too, if that makes sense as well. We've got people from all over the world who use vCard now. And one thing that I would also recommend doing is if you do have a location, like she's at 3 Rainstar and Irvine, click on the Show Map It button. That creates a Map It button that goes on the card, and it allows people to easily navigate to your location. So from the card itself, when it's on their phone, they click on the Map It button, and it opens up the navigation technologies on your phone and navigates you right there. We can put in her website address here. And then we're going to put in her phone number. Oop, I must have pressed enter and went too fast here in the wizard. Let's see here if I can go back. All right, I'm going to go back into the editor itself. Setup wizard. So what I did there was I somehow pressed the continue button before I was ready. It saved all of my information now, and it will do the same for you. So if for some reason you get to the next step and you didn't mean to, you can just start all over again, and you'll be right back where you were. The phone number comes in when you first sign up. There aren't any dashes here. What I recommend that you do is just add some additional dashes here. This will make it so that people can easily see and read your card, okay? You can have additional phone numbers here, toll-free phone numbers, Skype. Let's put in a fax number. And again, one of the great things about vCard is I always tell people vCard is for life. vCard will follow you wherever you go. So if Megan, she should have it under her name. It's megan.vcardinfo.com. If Megan, for some reason, moves, okay, she's no longer working for Stillwater Associates, she can keep her vCard. Okay, and all she has to do is update this information with her latest information, with her latest address, with her latest phone number. No matter, whoever has her vCard will always have her latest contact info. And that is the beauty of vCard. If you move and your address changes, well, your address will change on your vCard. If your email changes, your email changes. If your phone number changes, if your jobs change, all of those things will change. Anyone who you've ever exchanged this vCard with will have your latest information. So that's one of the beautiful things about vCard that just makes it so powerful. Let's click the continue button to the next step. And this is where we aggregate all of your social media and all of your important links in one place. This creates efficiency in your business, makes it easier for people to, to find things about you that they need to find, and I'll explain more about that. We have 16 different social media here. I'm going to add some social media for Megan here. I've got a Facebook page here that I'm going to add. And what I did here is, sorry, I'm jumping around. What I did here is you highlight the Facebook page, right-click, copy that information, go back over to the editor, right-click, and paste that information in. She also has her LinkedIn profile here. We're going to highlight that entire LinkedIn profile, right-click, copy it, go back to the editor, and then look for the LinkedIn icon. If you're not sure what the icon is, you can highlight it, and it will tell you the name of the icon. Right-click and paste that information in. And let's grab also YouTube here. So if she has a YouTube channel, like we have the YouTube channel here for vCard, we can click on this icon, should take us there. So you will highlight the URL path for your YouTube channel, copy that information, go back over to vCard here, look for the YouTube icon, right click and paste. There's 16 different social media that have been added here. And then the next section here is called Reach Me Online. I love this section because what it is it's all of your communication chat profiles. You can put your Skype profile in here, which I know lots of you are using. I use it to communicate with people internationally. WhatsApp is huge right now. You can put your WhatsApp profile so people can easily find you. We've got WeChat. You can put your Zoom meeting ID information, your join.me. Meeting ID information, Viber, Voxer. This is where you put that information. Again, it all shows up on your card at the bottom of your card. So, you know, if someone needs to reach you, again, they'll have this latest communication information. The next section, which I also love, is called the important links. This creates efficiency in your business. And the important links are for you to add links that are important to you, things that you often reference and need to show people to. You could even consider them resource links. So if you were a real estate agent, you might add your real estate listings here. We do have a lot of real estate agents who are using vCard. So you could say here, like my residential listings. And then you come over here and you would put a link here, let's say to your Redfin account that you have. And you would put, you know, your whatever your agent ID is. This little plus sign here allows you to add additional links, so you could also have one of your commercial listings. And if there's any real estate agents on the call tonight on the workshop, and if you know other ones too, what some people will do is they'll also put the full address and then they'll just link directly to that listing. So that's another way that you can do that. The portfolio here is great as well. It's great for not only artists, but you can also, you know, we've got a lot of contractors and they will link to maybe their portfolio on Flickr, or photographers will link to their portfolio. You can also upload your images and add, you know, use vCard as your portfolio as well. It will work for that as well. If you have an online scheduler, there's lots of third-party schedulers out there. You can add a link here. So you can say, you know, book an appointment. That can be like your call to action. And then you would link over here to, let's say, like Schedulicity, or one of those many programs out there that you can book appointments through. Purchase my books. If you're an author, you can add your books here and direct links to them. Or you may recommend books. Okay, this is great for coaches, teachers, anyone who has clients where, you know, they're also in the, you know, they're educating folks. This is how you educate folks. So if there's a book that would be important for your clients to read, or that you're often telling people about, this is a place to put it. It will show up on the first page of your vCard at the bottom. For all of your online stores, this is where you would put your stores. You can put, you know, your link to your Amazon, eBay, Etsy store, your distributor website. So if you are a distributor for more than one product, you could just use one vCard and put all of those links here to those stores right here on here. So if you have more than one distributorship, you could create multiple cards. Or you could just have one card and have multiple links to them, so you can tell people when you're talking to them, ah, yes, you're looking for this product. Well, it's here on my, you know, my vCard. So I often will put my mother's store on here, and this isn't even my store, but I often will tell people about my mother's. She sells doll dresses on Etsy. So I will often tell people, well, you can go to my vCard and there it is, LA Stitches, and then I will put in her link here to Etsy. The Please Support is for your nonprofits, for causes. It's for fundraisers. I've often used this for kid fundraisers, school fundraisers. You can send family and friends to your vCard and say, yeah, it's on my vCard, the link to it. You know, Gigi's school fundraiser, Run for the Arts. Or if you're doing, you know, your own sponsorship fundraiser like Race for the Cure, you may put your link to your sponsorship here, your sponsorship page. But this is for, you know, churches, organizations, anything that's important and dear to you. Again, it's just an easy place to put it, and it will tell people all about it. Additional sites is for anything that doesn't fit in this list above. And again, all this information can be updated at any time. So let's click continue, and we're going to load our photo and our logo. So I'm going to go and I'm going to edit my picture, and I'm going to upload a photo from Megan. I've got a folder, that photo that I've already loaded to the web or to my computer here. There we go. And there's her picture. I'm going to click open. And it asks me to name the file. And I'll save it. Now, the photo that you're loading here will be used on your vCard. It will also be used when you share the vCard with someone via text message or via email, or someone shares your card with others. It's sent with the picture. So the picture is a very important thing. You definitely want to have a profile photo. It makes your card memorable. It makes you memorable. It helps you stand out. And then, you know, it also will download into the Contact Manager app on the vCard Global Contact Manager app, or if you're downloading it to, let's say, Outlook, or you're downloading it to your phone, you will also be able to download, the photo will come along with it. So definitely make sure you have a photo there. And then I'm going to add also a logo for her. And I will save that. And then the next step here, we will choose a design. Now look at this. See, this is really fun. You can see here that the card is really coming together. It's looking great. It really is. And now I get to choose a design, and this is fun because click on any of these little squares here, rectangles, and it gives you a bunch of color options. And then you just go through the color options and it changes the button color. You can see the different options here. We've got so many to choose from. Here you can see this design in black if you wanted to see it in black. You could see it in bold. Lots of different color choices for you. Many, many, many choices. And we have, you know, different button styles as well. So go, you know, this is fun. And again, your design is something that you can change at any time. So you'll be able to change this design later. And we're constantly adding new designs as well. So I'm going to come back here. I like this design here originally that we were looking at. And I thought this button color actually was pretty nice. So it goes well, the blues here for her. I'm going to choose that. And I'm going to click Finish. And there we go. We've done it. We have completed her vCard in just a few minutes. And she's got a great looking card. She can go out and start to market it. What I'd like to show you, though, is how you can continue to add more information to your vCard and how you can really use vCard to market your business. So we're going to go a little deeper now. The first thing I want to point out is we've got your security code here. Hold on. I'm going to just tell the dog to be quiet. Okay, so we've got our security code here. I want to point that out. This is what you need when you download the vCard Global mobile app, okay, the vCard app. You can download it on the iTunes Store or on Google Play, and you will be asked for your vCard name, okay? In this case, it's Megan Demo, and you'll be asked for your security code. And you'll use those things to set up the app. And then what will happen is when you start to use the app is great because it allows you to easily start to share your card with others. You can easily, through the app, you can text your card to others very easily. You can create customized text messages that go out with your card so you don't have to write them every time, okay? And then, you know, the way I use the app is I also use the app. I collected contacts of all of the folks here that I network with in the Portland area. And when I am out and about, I've got all of their contacts in my phone, in the vCard Global mobile app. And, you know, if I run into someone and I'm talking to a colleague and we're talking about, you know, they're telling me what's going on with them and they say, gosh, you know, I need help with my car, or I need, you know, I'm looking to sell my house. I usually have a contact of someone that I network with, and I will be able just to easily go to my phone and text them the business card of that contact. It's just, I can't tell you how much easier it has made my life as far as networking and helping. You know, when you're trying to network for other people and they're trying to network for you and you're trying to be each other's sales teams, you know, the vCard is a fabulous tool for that. It's just so convenient because I used to try to carry around cards, but that didn't work very well. In my office, I have a bunch of cards for folks that I keep in a binder, or I used to keep in a binder. I don't need to anymore. Now all I do is when I talk to someone, I can just text them my card, or I can text them, I can email that card to the person that I'm talking to. And I know that people are doing the same for me as well. That's just a great way of getting your business out there. So definitely set up the app, and all of those contacts and all the groups that you can set up in the app, and there's so much you can do. It's all saved with you under your security code. So if you get a new phone, you'll use the same login, okay? You'll use the same name and security code to get into the app. Now let's walk through a few more things here. So we're on the editor homepage. The next tab over is your contact info. This is where you update all that information, and anyone who has your vCard will have the new and greatest contact info for you. Here's where you update your 16 different social media links, and here's where you change out your photo and your logo, okay? The next tab is where you can change your design at any time, right? And then the next tab over, this is the real power of vCard. This is where you can come in and you can start to add pages to vCard, and you can add blocks. vCard is made out of pages, it's made out of blocks, and I'm going to show you. Let's add a few pages right now so you can see. So I'm going to add a page here that says About Megan. I just take the page name, and you can see it adds right here. I'm going to click on this button again. I'm going to go About, and I'm going to say, let's see, About Stillwater Associates. Say, I'm going to add another page just for contact. And I'm going to add another page that's about newsletter subscriptions. We'll save. So you can see over here on the left-hand side, I have my pages. You can reorder your pages by using this up and down arrow that allows you to move your pages up and down, okay? So if you need to, for some reason, rename a page, you can click on the page name and come back over here, and you can just change the name. I can just say, call this newsletter, and all of a sudden the page name has been changed. So this is the pages, and then over here, these are blocks, okay? Every one of these is a block. You can do the same thing with the blocks. See this little up and down arrow? Allows you to move a block up and down, up and down. The pencil allows you to edit the block. If you click on the block, you can edit the information that's there, like this is your social media. So here you could say, okay, well, I want to add maybe a Twitter link here. So let's do that. We can add Twitter. We come down here, we press save, and now we've edited that block. Anytime you change a block, you need to publish your card. You can always tell when your card has been edited and you haven't published, because it will be red here. It will say unpublished, okay? So you see that it's unpublished. You can click on this publish button here. It takes you to the publish page. It shows you what your last versions were that you published. And I'm just going to publish again. I click on yes, publish. Makes this green. And then when I can view my card here if I want. And I can see that, yes, I have added Twitter, okay? So let's add some more things here. I'm going to go back to the page editor. One of the things that I also want to show you is when you've got an image like we do here, we can edit and change the size of that image by clicking here on the bottom of the image. So you can make that picture bigger or smaller, dropping and dragging that. Let's add some content now. I'm going to go over to About Megan. I'm going to add a bio for Megan. I'm going to click on Add New Block. And I'm going to click on, you can see, look at all these blocks we have. The ones I'm going to show you today is how to use the text block, the image block. We have a photo gallery here. I'll show you how to add a video. We're going to add a contact form as well, okay? But we've got lots of blocks here, lots of things that you can do. We're also going to add a document today as well. So let's get started. We've got a lot to do. I'm going to click on text here. And I'm going to add her bio. So I've written up her bio. I often will like to put a bio over in Word or another word processing program, OpenOffice, whatever it is that you use. And I will type here just in case for some reason my session times out or the internet goes down, I don't want to lose my copy. So I don't usually sit here and wordsmith in this text box. I usually do it offline, and then I copy and paste it in. So I'm going to right click here, paste my copy in here, okay? And then I'm going to add a little headline here about Megan. And you can highlight that headline. You have some formats you can choose from. Under headings here, I can choose what's called a heading 1. It creates like a title here. And then I've got my text here for the web. Whenever you're working for the web, you want to, if you can, break your paragraphs into smaller little paragraphs. They're just easier for people to read. And what's even better is to put things in bullet pointed lists. Just so much easier for people to read. I'm going to click Add. And there we go. I've added my text here for Megan. So that's great. I probably want to add another picture here, so I can click Add New Block. And I'm going to do the same picture of her since it's about her. You can click on Image. And in my media library, we will see the profile photo here that I've already added. So I'm going to click on Add. And then I've got my picture of Megan here. So I've repeated that. I'm just going to make it a little smaller there. And then I can see it over here. So you will work over here in the middle, and you'll be able to see the final result, what it will look like on the published card here. So we've added a text block. We've added her picture here. And now I'm going to show you how we're going to add a product. So she has a product that she sells, and it's her monthly LCFS newsletter. So let's go and add that. I'm going to put on the newsletter page, and I'm going to click on text here again. And I'm going to put on, I'm just going to copy and paste this text about this newsletter over here. Okay. So we'll just do it up to here. Okay, so we've got this text here that describes this newsletter that she does, and it's a bunch of information that she collects on the prices of gasoline, and I'm gonna, natural gas, I believe is what it is. So you can, here I've got my headline here. I guess that goes over to the next line. If I want to see what this looks like, I click Add. That looks all right. That looks pretty good here, so that's nice. What I'm going to do now is I want to add the product itself. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to add a sample of what this newsletter looks like so people can purchase it. And I'm going to add a downloadable document, a PDF of it. I'm going to click on Add New Block. And then we have this feature here. It's about halfway down the page. It's called Document. This allows me to upload like a PDF document here, or a Word doc or so forth. It's I can click here, upload, and I can choose this example of the newsletter. Click open. Oh, that one's too large. Let's try the other one. So if your PDF is too large, you're going to get that error there. Yeah, this one will load. Okay, good. So that was over 1 megabyte in size. That was a pretty big one. So if your document is larger than 1 megabyte in size, you will have to resize it or compress it, okay? It will ask you to name your file. So I can say newsletter example. The only person who's going to see the name of this file is myself, because it's in my media library. It just makes it easier for me to find my files. It shows me all of my files and all of my pictures. And then I've got a caption that I'm going to add here. It's more of a call to action here, which is view a sample of the monthly LCFS newsletter. And then I will press save. And we can see here what that looks like. And I think that looks a little funny how it's dropped down to 2 lines. So I'm going to edit that caption here. I'm going to just say sample of LCF newsletter. There, that looks a little bit better. And then after that, let's see here. I'm also going to work on my spacing here. Let's see if there's any spacing. Yep, there's some returns here. I want that a little tighter. So I got rid of those extra returns in my text block. And now I'm going to create a call to action to buy this. So I'm going to add another text block, add new block. I'm going to add another text block here. And I'm going to say here, I think I already wrote up my text. Yes, well, yearly subscription, buy now. There we go. So I'm going to make my yearly subscription nice and bold, and maybe I'll change the font size so it's a little bit bigger so people can see it better. Maybe that's a little too big, actually. Let's try something like 14 point instead, and make sure it's all bolded. There we go. And then I've got my buy now. I can turn buy now into a link. And what you'll do is you see this sort of chain link. That's how you create a link. You click on that, and you can link to any page on the web that you want to. So I've already got that page figured out, and I'm going to link to this product page here where you can purchase that. So I'm going to click on that. I'll click OK. And now I can make my buy now bigger so people can read it. And I might even, I could even try centering it here if I wanted to and see what that looks like. Maybe I'll center both of these things and see what that looks like. And then I'll click Add. And there you go. You can see here, this button here looks a little too close to that, so I'm going to just kind of play with the padding a bit. And I'm going to add another return here. Save it. And the goal was to add a little bit more padding there. Let me see, maybe I didn't do that right. Let's try one more time. Maybe it does do that right. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks like I added some extra spaces there. There we go. Okay. So we got a little extra space there. I wanted people to see here how you can add that yearly subscription and the buy now button. Now remember, we have to come up here for folks to actually see what I did. Let's go up and publish. We click the publish button. Yes, publish. It's green, so I know it's actually published. Let's go and view what we've done so far. So we've got her card here. That looks pretty good. On the menu here at the top, we've got About Megan, which we've added there. And then we've got this information on her newsletter. So we've got the description of the newsletter. If I click on this, I can open up the PDF here. There's the PDF of that newsletter. And then if I click on the Buy Now button here, let's say I say, oh, that's a really good newsletter. I'd like to subscribe for $280 a year. I can click on the Buy Now button, and it takes me to the purchase page that Stillwater has for buying that newsletter. So for me, this is just a convenient place. This is a convenient way. If you've got products, you can do the same thing. And what I would recommend with a product, if you really want to do a product right, what Megan should do here is on this product page, she's got some text here, but it's not very engaging. If you really want to engage people, Megan should add a personal testimonial on why she recommends this newsletter. You should do the same thing for any products you have that you want to really highlight. And this is adding a product like this to your vCard is helpful, especially if if your company's running a special and you want to promote that product, you can do that. And having a personal testimonial where a video testimonial is even more ideal, where you talk about why it is that you like this product, why you're using it, why you're selling it, why you recommend it, what were the benefits for you. And you can create a video yourself, a very simple video where you're talking to the camera. You can do it on your phone. It doesn't have to be high quality. What I do recommend is that it's short. It should be somewhere between 30 and 90 seconds. The shorter the better. But at least 30 seconds where you're really just talking to the camera, and that is a great way to connect with people. Let me show you how to add a video. So I'm going to go back over here to our vCard Global Help Desk, which is our channel here, and we can see last Saturday's workshop here. I've got that recorded and it's up here. I'm going to grab this recording and put this onto our vCard, and I will also be putting today's recording of this workshop up tonight as well. So just wanted you to know that that's available. Now, the simplest way to grab a video, okay, is to right-click and use this copy embed code. When you click on copy embed code, you can come back over to the editor. We got to go back to the page editor here. And you can click on this little plus sign, add a new block. Let's go to video. Fourth one down says video. And I will right-click and paste my embed code here and click add. That's the simplest way to add a video. Very easy. You can definitely do that. But what I also want to show you though about YouTube is something that people don't always realize is, you know how when you've watched a video on someone else's website and at the end it may sometimes suggest other videos? A lot of times, and it will do the same to you if you have your own video, it will suggest other people's videos which you may or may not want those people to see. Okay, so there's a more advanced way of getting the embed code, and that is you go to the share button on YouTube, look for the share button, look for this thing that says embed, click on that, and then you have to click on this, it says show more. And at the bottom of the video, show suggested videos when the video finishes, you need to make sure it's unchecked. If it's unchecked already, then you're good. You're good to go. Just grab the entire embed code right here from one end to the other and make sure you add that to the card itself, okay? Add that in here. So, so we've done that. We've added a video now here. And you can see how easy it is to add video. I highly recommend that you add video to your cards. It's definitely a way to bring people in and engage with them. I've had video on my card. I don't now, but I'm gonna create a video so you can see exactly why I recommend it. Creating that personal video, I've put it on my vCard, and I have to tell you, people have referred my card out to other folks. You know, it used to just be on my email signature because I've had vCard for years. But I can tell you that I've had people, many people have called me and said, oh, I saw your vCard and I saw your video and I'm really interested in getting together. I really would like to work with you. And that's just because they saw my video. They were able to connect with me through that video. Short little 45-second video just saying, hi, my name is Cherie Collins. This is what I'm doing. This is my value, and I'd love to work with you. Please contact me. That's all it was. And you can do the same. And you can do it low budget. You don't have to do it high budget. So thank you so much for watching this part of the vCard presentation today, the workshop. I'd like to answer your questions, and I can see that there's quite a few questions that may be out there. You're welcome at this time to either add your question to chat, and I will try to answer that question. You can also, we've got a small enough group here tonight that if you need to, you can unmute your mic, and I can also try to answer that question for you as well. So, any questions tonight?
Yes, Sonia, this is Marion.
Hi, Marion.
I have a group of questions. I think I've sort of asked this before, but I still can't wrap my mind around it. It's about sending the vCard to someone who does not have a vCard.
Yeah, that's a great question. Okay.
And I have 3 or 4 questions related.
Go for it.
We'll just see here. Where and how long do they view it if they don't have their own vCard?
Okay.
If you send it to them on their phone, it shows up on their phone?
Yeah. So if you send your card to someone, okay, so I'll just do a demonstration on my computer what it's like. So if I send this card to you, Miriam, okay, which I think I may just do after this call. If I just send it to you, you have a few choices. When I text this card over to you, yes, you click on it, you can see the card on your phone. Now, what we want people to do is if they're not signed up yet for a vCard, they can click this download button. That will download this card and all the information about Megan directly into their phone. So they will have all of her contact information. And they will just go back to their contact manager in their phone, and they'll be able to, you know, they'll be able to see, there's a link to her vCard there. They'll be able to contact Megan, and that information will stay current as well. So that's if that's the simplest way, is just to download the card to your phone. Ideally, you know, they would sign up for vCard. Maybe they'll sign up with you, Miriam, and they'll get the app itself, you know, and use the app as well. So they could download it to their phone. And the nice thing about the app is it will sync to your phone too. So if you have contacts in your phone, let's say you've been, you know, people have been sending you vCards and you've been downloading them into your phone, but you also want to add them to the mobile app. When you sync, it will allow you to pull in contacts directly into the app itself, to the vCard Global app. And if you sync, it will keep the app and all of the contacts on your phone in sync. So that does that answer your question, Miriam? I don't know if we lost her there, but I hope that answers your question, Miriam.
Hey, Cherie.
Yes.
Hey, Cherie. James Henderson, how are you?
Great, James.
Good,
Thanks
Cherie.
for
My
joining.
question is, thank you. I saved a page. Like the page with all of the different samples of vCards. You save it, then you back off your block. I saved the block. And then I'm trying to add that page and a block, that page to another vCard. How do you pull that back up to post it onto that page? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you're talking about sharing, you're talking about more than one card, and okay, so let me show you. Okay.
Right, you want to take one page and put it on the other, because all of the
No
samples,
problem.
I don't think they put over. Right.
Right. So the way that you would do it, okay, is there's a few things that you can do, okay? If you're
Okay.
The simplest thing, though, okay, is we have this concept of saving things to your media library, okay? So let's go to our newsletter page here. And let's say we want to copy, you know, this block here, all right? There's this option here where it says save. You see where I'm highlighting?
Correct.
Click that to save. Now I'm going to save this to my media block, and I can just call this newsletter.
Okay.
And I'll press submit, okay? So I've saved that to my block. Now, if I have another card, and I'm just for this demonstration so I can show you, I'm going to create another card here.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So I'm going to add another card here. I'm just going to make this my demo. Doesn't need to be spelled right. It'll be fine. And this is the wizard if you want to create a second card. It just goes through all the steps we just did, but we're going to skip them all. And we're just going to go all the way here. Okay, so I'm going to finish this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the page editor, and let's say I want to add that to my card. I can click on add a new block.
Right.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my
something.
media library saved blocks. Click on that.
Right. Okay.
And then it says newsletter. I click on this and I add.
Okay.
So that's how you do it. You'll save your blocks to your media library.
How does that add it to the page? Is that automatically added as a page? Because you know at the bottom of the footer, there is a footer that is a footer.
Yeah, so
too,
it's
so you
saving
click
a
on that
block,
footer.
not a, yeah. So right now, what you're asking is, can you copy a whole page? That's a really great thing to ask. We don't have that feature right now, though, to copy a whole page. We only have the ability to copy blocks. So that's something I will have to find out how to do. If that's something maybe, you know.
So the information that you have on copy vCard, like you have a sample block of all vCards, and I saved that whole sample block.
Yes.
So you're saying that I cannot save that? I can put that on my vCard, but it won't be a very bottom of as a footer.
So you can add it. You'd have to add it as a page, right? So here, I'm going to show you.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you have to add it as a page, and you'd have to add it to the page. So if you're talking about the gallery, right?
Right, that's correct.
Okay. So if you wanted to add a gallery, then you might add a page called gallery. But then the block with all
Right.
of the examples, the slideshow,
Yes,
that's,
ma'am.
with
Exactly.
all of the links, you would save that. Now, we do have a gallery which has some, I've been working on. I'll have this guys fixed up. I've been working on it this week. And, something happened in the transition, I know, because I was alerted to it this week, and then I started working on it, and I was like, wow, this is a lot of work. I have to like rebuild like 10 cards. So I was working on this. This is the vCard gallery, I think, that you've been looking at. And
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah, that's it itself. So, one thing that you could do, just to make it easier on yourself, if you wanted, is
Another easy.
I'm going to fix all of these cards in here, because I know some of them, when you click on the card itself, they are, I think I fixed up this one here a little bit, but some of them still have problems. So I'm going through and cleaning up the cards and working on the examples. I want to improve them just a little bit. So that's something that I'll have done here in the next day, okay? But what you can do, if you want to add this gallery as well, there's just a quick way of doing it. You could just add a page. You could say page editor, add page. You could just say vCard gallery. Okay, save. And then you can go to vCard gallery. We have this ability to add an external link. So you see this one that says link there? You can click on link.
Yes, ma'am.
And you could come over here and you could just you could put in here vcardgallery.vcardinfo.com. Apply that. And let's just see what's going to happen. So I go publish. Publish. So now what's happened, let's go view this, is I've added a page on this card for the vCard gallery right there. And when someone clicks on it, it automatically opens up the vCard gallery card, okay?
And that'll also be in the footer if I had that icon turned on the left. It'll also
yes, so yeah, I added
added
it to the footer here as well, see? So yeah.
Okay, got you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, good. I'm so glad you brought that up. That's something that's important. And yeah, I'll have those all updated so you can you don't have to worry about it.
And the other question about porting over, before they had the new prices for the getting additional cards, I bought additional card on another account. Can you any way possibly combine all of them into one account?
Yes, I can take care of that, James, for you. I can take care of that for you. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Thank you so much.
All right, good talking to you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. So those were some great questions here. And are there any other questions here that I can answer for you this evening? You see, there's lots of questions today about the gallery, so I'm glad you brought that up. I'm looking at the chat here, and that's definitely something that I will be updating for you. You can expect here by Friday, by the end of this week, that I'll have that gallery updated and looking so much better. So thanks for bringing that up. Great. All right, any other questions? Status on short codes. Yes, Olden, status on short codes. We're very close to it. I know I keep saying that, but we really are. We're just in the final testing, and it's going to be live here in the next day or so. So the short codes are going to be launched for the United States to start, and then we will be adding Australia, and we'll be adding other countries. So for those of you in the US, you are the first to be able to use the short codes, and that will be coming out very, very soon here.
How about PDF files?
So I did load a PDF today. That's one of the things that
I got you. I did see it. I'll go back through it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we've loaded the PDF files. So the PDF is something that, yes, it is a feature here on here, and you can see here that I loaded the PDF here, and you have that ability to do so as well. One of the little issues though that I have run into, and I'm not sure exactly how to work it, is the PDF naturally opens just fine on a desktop computer. But if you have the PDF on your, people are also trying to open those same PDFs, let's say on your phone. Unless you have a PDF viewer on your phone, it's not necessarily going to open on your phone. It's really meant for desktop. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how we handle that. But you definitely, it is a convenient thing to add the PDF here. It's just good to note that, you know, the PDF is something that you view on it. You would typically open on a desktop over a mobile phone. All right. So thanks again for joining us today. And let's see here. I know there's a bunch of other questions that you have there. Sonia's asking about the corporate plan. I'll tell you something, guys. We are working on so many different things at vCard right now. And we're looking at rolling out the corporate plan by, I believe October is the deadline that we've got on the table right now. And everything's looking very good. It's a lot of testing. We just want to make sure that anything that we put out here has been completely tested and is ready to go. So with that, I think I'm going to announce it tomorrow night. That's my dog there. That's Bosco. He needs to go for a walk. But tomorrow night, we have the Thursday night is the overview call, and then on Sundays, I just don't know if you know this, but on Sundays we start a training call. So Sunday evening.
Inspector doesn't just represent masters; you also represent reform court, which means.
There we go. Sundays, we're having a training call for our vCard advisors to really help you launch your businesses. And Alan has taken charge there. He did his first training call last week, and he's doing those training calls. So every week we're going to do a different topic. And it's really all about helping you guys. He's using his experience, years of experience doing direct sales. But really, vCard is not about. There really isn't much selling that you need to do. It's just about sharing and promoting your business. And he tells you how to do that and how to really start to build a business with vCard as well. So those are Sunday night now. Tomorrow's the overview call, and again. If you've missed the training calls, those will also be online, and we'll be promoting those through the corporate newsletter too, so you can see them. So thanks again, everyone, for joining the call tonight. Really appreciate you coming out tonight. And one other thing, Saturday is going to be a great workshop. We are going to be building a card for a doctor. And we expect to have a bunch of doctors, there's a network of doctors who are going to be joining us on that call. There's going to be lots of people here for that workshop call. And we're going to, so if you know anyone who is has a practice or is in private practice or is a doctor or a health practitioner of some sort, that's what is coming up on Saturday. We're going to be building a card, and it's going to be a really fantastic workshop. I'm excited for that one. So. Looking forward to that. Again, this one will be up online, so if you missed the beginning of it or you've got someone who you want to watch it, I'll have that on our YouTube channel, and you'll have that this evening. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night.